Well, those were the top 20 stories. I'm going to be handing it over to Madhav Gopalkrishnan, who's joining us live from Hyderabad. Madhav, it's interesting to see. One would have expected political discourse about Vikas, development. Now it's all come down to galis.
Well, unfortunately, that's what it seems like, Meghna. And if elections are around the corner, can galis be far away? That's a question we keep asking ourselves in election after election. And that's exactly what we're going to be debating this evening on Nation Wants to Know. Because with the Prime Minister having gone to console the team members to motivate them following the World Cup final, he has been trolled relentlessly. Now, from Panoti to media bars, we've seen a large number of words used for the Prime Minister who went to speak to the men in blue. The latest to join the bandwagon is West Bengal Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee. She's used the word Paapi, saying that sins always follow sinners. Watch the galis that are being lobbed at the Prime Minister.
তাও দেখবেন নীলের মধ্যে একটু হলুদ লাগিয়ে দিয়েছে, গেরুয়া লাগিয়ে দিয়েছে। পাপিষ্ঠরা যেখানে যাবে সেখানে মনে রাখবেন পাপে কখনো বাপেরেও ছাড়ে না, এটা একটা প্রবাদে আছে।
Let's also remind you how the Gandhi siblings were not too far away when it came to abusing the PM.
हाँ क्या? पनौती 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 वो अच्छा भला वहां पे अच्छा भला हमारे लड़के वहां पे वर्ल्ड कप जीत जाते, वो वहां पे पनौती हरवा दिया। टीवी वाले ये नहीं कहेंगे, टीवी वाले ये नहीं कहेंगे, मगर जनता जानती है।
फाइनल में कौन पहुंचा? हमारी टीम पहुंची ना अपनी मेहनत से। मोदी जी भी पहुंच गए, मोदी जी भी पहुंचे ना, फट से पहुंचे। मोदी जी वहां पहुंचे कि भाई कहीं हम जीत जाएं तो उस जीत का श्रेय थोड़ा उनको भी मिल जाए, है ना। सारी मीडियाबाजी करते, इवेंट करते।
In the past, Rahul Gandhi's remarks like Chaukidar Chor hai and even Sab Modi Chor hai has led to legal consequences. This time round as well, the Election Commission has sent a notice to Rahul Gandhi for his Panauti comment.
बहुत लोग हैं जो भारतीय जनता पार्टी की ताकत को जानते ही नहीं है। उनको लगता है कि मोदी को गाली दे दोगे तो उनकी गाड़ी चल जाएगी, लेकिन उनको पता नहीं है ये पार्टी ऐसी है जिसे कार्यकर्ताओं ने अपने खून पसीने से बनाया है।
Meanwhile, social media has been abuzz with Congress and BJP's social media cells posting memes of each other's leaders and mocking them. In fact, we've seen memes coming out against Rahul Gandhi, branding him as Murkho ka Sardar. This, of course, of the Prime Minister himself had coined this term after the Gandhi say, and the Congress has retorted in counter memes as well. We've seen some of the memes where they've mocked Prime Minister as Jhuto ka Sardar in a retort to that comment and attacked him for being Panauti and a liar. However, it's the voice of India's star cricketer whose performance had enthralled fans across the country, Mohammed Shami, saying that it was very, very important for the Prime Minister to come and motivate players at a time when they were feeling down and out.
क्या रणनीति रहेने वाली है?
देखिए, बहुत ज़रूरी होता है क्योंकि उस टाइम पे हम मैच हार चुके थे और जब आपके प्राइम मिनिस्टर जब वहाँ पे आके आपको प्रोत्साहन देते हैं तो वो एक अलग ही एक कॉन्फिडेंस होता है कि देश का जिम्मेदार आदमी आपके साथ आया है, आपके सहानुभूति दे रहा है। वो
बात क्या वो
ये आप मुझसे सुनना चाहते हो? आपको वीडियो भी सोशल मीडिया पे घूम रही है, ऑडियो के साथ घूम रही है। आप लोगों ने देखा ही है कि कैसे उन्होंने सबका साहस बढ़ाया है, कैसे उन्होंने सबसे मुलाकात की है। ये बहुत अच्छा लगा हम लोगों को।
Let's take this across to our guest. Joining us is Guru Prakash Paswan of the BJP. He's a spokesperson with them. Aswad Bamla is a political analyst. Also with us is advocate Kapil Madan, political analyst. Joining us also is Vivek Srivastava. He's a political analyst as well. I want to come to you first, advocate Kapil Madan. The question is this. The question is, after what has happened in Chaukidar Chor Hai, or Supreme Court ne kaha hai Chaukidar Chor hai, we've seen what has happened after Sab Modi Chor Hai, and now once again this Panauti comment has attracted a notice from the Election Commission, where Mr. Rahul Gandhi will have to explain the position that he has taken, because clearly there is enough reason for the Election Commission to believe that there is a violation of the Representation of People Act. Kapil Madan.
So I will make two quick response, Madhav, to this. You may recall back in 2015, when the petrol prices temporarily came down, it was our Honorable Prime Minister who said that it is because of his luck that the petrol prices have temporarily came down, and this is well documented. I'm not quoting any third person. It was Prime Minister's own wordings. Now, if there is something that has happened which is not what the country wanted, and if the Prime Minister was there, if someone is, and it is not Mr. Rahul Gandhi who made this statement, there are people, audiences who were there who had used this kind of a word. Now, once you have linked your luck to something which went in our way, then I think you have also given the country a right to question your luck if the result has not happened in the way we expected. So that's point number one. Now, insofar as the statement, I would personally...
Kapil Madan is the Aam Aadmi of the country, has every right to express himself, but the model code of conduct is only applicable to leaders who are star campaigners as well as those who are candidates. That's the legal difference. You know that as a lawyer.
Yes, Madhav. That's why I was, coming to this, legal argument to this. Now, it was Honorable Prime Minister who used a word like Murkho ke Sardar. So during his election campaign, now how do you isolate and justify ED not issuing notice? Because you can't have a different yardstick when Prime Minister is campaigning and when leader of opposition is campaigning. You can't have a different yardstick. And in fact, the leader of opposition...
Are the two comparable? Were notices given is of course a question. We're going to let Guru Prakash respond to that. Guru Prakash Paswan, why are there different yardsticks for statements made by the Prime Minister and Mr. Rahul Gandhi? Is Kapil Madan's question. Please respond to him.
Madhav, we have to understand that recently we celebrated the massive success of G20. We are the world's largest democracy. We are the mother of democracy. But the statement by the biggest leader, one of the most important leader of the opposition camp right now, Mr. Rahul Gandhi, is very unfortunate. And we have to understand that it is coming from a very feudalistic standpoint. It is coming from a very entitlement perspective, because you think that your family has the first right to rule over the country. You cannot essentially tolerate or digest the fact that a man from an extremely humble background, a man from the Ati Pichda community, has reached the helm of affairs by the sheer determination, perseverance and a sense of seva and a sense of service. What Mr. Rahul Gandhi is unfortunately indulging in is amounting to perversion of political discourse. Mr. Rahul Gandhi needs some very strong moral science lesson on languages being used in political rallies. The Election Commission of India, which is an independent constitutional authority, has issued a notice. The Election Commission of India had to take a cognizance. राजनीतिक विमर्श का ये स्तर राहुल गांधी जी आप कहां तक लेकर के जाएंगे? माधव, वी वेरी वेल रिमेंबर, नीच आदमी, नीच जाति, आप यहां कांग्रेस की बैठक में आके चाय बेचिए, मौत का सौदागर, and similar terms was used for a woman from Adivasi community who has reached the highest constitutional office for the first time in our history. द्रौपदी मुर्मू जी के बारे में आप यही बोलते हैं, नरेंद्र मोदी जी के बारे में आप ये बोलते हैं. भारत की जनता को जानना चाहिए, ये जो आपकी सामंतवादी मानसिकता है, this is coming from a sense of entitlement.
I want to respond to this. Vivek Srivastava, I want you to respond to this. And Gali politics has become the norm, says the BJP spokesperson. But I want to read out section 123(2)(a)(2) of the Representation of People Act 1951, which says undue influence or interfere with the free exercise of an electoral right, or 2(2), which says that induces to believe that any person is an object of divine displeasure or spiritual censure. it's foul of this law prima facie, the Election Commission clearly believes, because that's why they've issued this notice. Vivek Srivastava.
Now see, मैं पूछना चाहूंगा, I would like to ask Mr. Paswan, मूर्खों के सरदार किसने कहा था? And why is the Election Commission so selective? Who started the controversy of Pappu versus Triku? Which party's IT cell makes caricatures, multimedia, and spends crores of rupees, on its software engineers and animators, to show the Congress and the other opposition parties down? Who started our campaign of calling the communists anti-national? When we fight elections and we win and we serve this country, whose narrative is it? So, let us not get into it. It was started by the BJP IT cell. And then people, it just happened. You see, it has come around. इन्होंने कहा, they used to say, we want Mr. Rahul Gandhi to be the face of the election campaign. We want Mr. Rahul Gandhi to be the prime ministerial candidate. We want him to canvass as more and more possible. He's such a panoti, the Congress is definitely going to lose. So these are the guys, the BJP is the one which started it. And now it has come back. And the Election Commission is behaving in a very, very selective kind of a way. It is letting the Honorable Prime Minister go scot-free. There are so many other BJP leaders who are making loose comments. What about that? And Priyanka Gandhi is absolutely right.
Has a formal complaint been filed on these comments, sir? Vivek, let's go one by one. Vivek, let's go one by one. Were there formal complaints filed every time you believe that the Prime Minister has made a comment which is, either violating the Representation of People Act? Can you give us the specifics of that?
No, so many comments have been filed. Do you think the candidates who are sitting over there, they are not complaining? Election Commission is not taking cognizance. यहाँ तो ये हाल है. Yeah, even after the Achar Sanhita has been put, even after that has happened.
No, let's talk specifics. You're talking in generalities, Vivek. When was the complaint on Murkho Ka Sardar filed? Tell us the details.
No, there are so many people who have already done it. The Election Commission is saying no, it's not taking it into cognizance. That is the fact.
The problem is that there is a process that the Election Commission follows. You can point fingers at the political parties or the Election Commission, but let's go by the facts and the process, whether the due process has been followed or not. I want Asif Bamla to quickly respond to you on that point. Asif Bamla, the point being made by Vivek Srivastava is that the entire idea of Gali politics, he believes, has been started by the BJP. That's his version. Please respond to him.
You see, Madhav, Congress has become a gali ki dukaan. Let me begin with what Kharge, their president, mentioned that Modi to teli hai. उसके बाद उन्होंने कई सारी बातें की कि पीएम के माता पिता को लेकर, ओबीसी वर्ग को लेकर, उनकी गरीब जाति को लेकर, चाय वाला से लेकर उन्होंने हर चीज का शब्दावली का कूट कर जो है नफरत उनके मन में इस देश के आदरणीय प्रधानमंत्री के लिए भरी है। और ये साफ जाहिर होता है क्यों कि राजस्थान में जो उन्होंने काम नहीं किया है, जो उन्होंने, मैं आपसे कहना चाहूंगा 22% of the country's crime comes from Rajasthan, in 8 out of the 10 districts in Rajasthan are unsafe. Now let me come to the word panoti. What do you mean by panoti? I want to refer to a match in 2005 when both Manmohan Singh ji and Musharraf was seeing the match.
I'm sorry for interrupting you, but we have to take a break right now. I'm going to come back to you after this break and allow you to complete your thoughts, slipping into a very quick break. We'll be right back with this discussion. Don't go away. All right, Asif Bamla, you make a point regarding the Gali politics. I'm going to allow you to quickly complete your point in 30 seconds. Asif Bamla.
You see, that's what I was saying, that the Honorable Prime Minister in 2005 when Manmohan Singh was watching the match with Musharraf, India was beaten badly by Pakistan in that match. And both were watching in a VIP enclosure the match, and a match in which Dhoni, Sachin, all the top players were playing. So do we call Manmohan Singh a Panvati? Is that the way to reciprocate? They have insulted the cricketers of the country, and you saw how proudly
Okay,
today.
there are many examples of Manmohan Singh, of Indira Gandhi, etc. that have been given where the same Panoti label can be applied. Vivek Srivastava, that's a question that's being asked. And also another question that many will say is that it's one thing to talk or debate Panoti, but to call him a Paapi, that's another question altogether. And the West Bengal Chief Minister today has done just that.
Now see, first of all, I think it's very unfair to compare the two prime ministers because every individual is very different. Dr. Manmohan Singh was never, known to have photo ops and video sessions specially designed to enhance his image. Whereas our present prime minister, everybody knows it. He doesn't miss a single opportunity where he can showcase himself.
Over here. Go and hear what cricketer Shami said.
They are only comparing attending a match. That's all we're comparing. Okay, unfortunately, completely out of time. I'd like to thank all our guests, Asif Bhamla, Vivek Srivastava, Kapil Madan, and in fact, Mr. Guru Prakash Paswan for joining us this evening. We're going to slip into a quick break now. More news and updates coming up on the other side. Stay tuned.